They say he was a genius. But the FBI called him a criminal. They say he was just a kid. But the Pentagon called him a threat. He didn't steal money. He didn't hurt anyone. So why did the government want him in prison? And why did he end his own life at 24? This is the story they didn't want you to hear. Jonathan James. Florida, America. 1999. The world was different back then. The internet was still young. People used dial-up connections. The sound of a modem connecting was normal. Smartphones did not exist. Social media did not exist. Everything was slower. And security was much weaker. In an ordinary bedroom, somewhere in Miami, a 17-year-old teenager was sitting in front of a computer screen. The screen was old. The keyboard was cheap. But the mind behind it was very sharp. He was browsing the internet. But he wasn't like any normal teenager. He wasn't playing games. He wasn't talking to friends. He was looking for something specific. Security vulnerabilities, weaknesses, backdoors, in American government systems. His name was Jonathan Joseph James. He lived in Miami with his family. His father was an employee. His mother a housewife. Just a normal American family. Nothing special. But inside Jonathan's mind, something was special. He liked video games. Like Quake and Doom. But his real passion was something else entirely. He was obsessed with understanding how things work. Computers. Networks. Security systems. How to get in. And how to get out without being seen. And if someone told him, this thing is impossible to hack, he saw it as a personal challenge. A challenge he had to win. No matter what. In the summer of 1999, Jonathan was sitting in his room at night. The room was dark. Only the light of the computer screen. Browsing the internet. Looking for weak points in government systems. Suddenly, he discovered something. Something big. On a server belonging to NASA, there was a program called the Visual Integration Manager. This program was not a small thing. It controlled very sensitive systems. Air systems inside NASA buildings. Heating systems. And even some control systems for the International Space Station. That space station was orbiting Earth at that moment. With astronauts inside. And Jonathan could see their systems. From his bedroom. And it had a vulnerability. A hole in the wall. A door left open. The vulnerability was simple. But very dangerous. Anyone could enter this system. Without a password. No username. No key. Just a straight line. From a teenager's bedroom in Miami. To the heart of NASA. Jonathan did not hesitate. He did not think twice. He entered NASA's server. From his bedroom. He started reading internal files. He accessed private emails. Between senior employees at the agency. He read conversations. He saw names. He saw secrets. And he managed to download source code. The source code of sensitive systems. The building blocks of NASA's software. In his hands. A 17-year-old boy. Sitting in the dark. Downloading the secrets of space. He was sitting in his room in Miami. Reading the secrets of the American Space Agency. And no one knew. No one saw him. No alarm went off. On July 13, 1999. An engineer at NASA noticed something strange. He was checking the logs. The digital footprints. And there it was. An unknown person. Was inside their system. Someone from outside. Someone not authorized. Someone who should not be there. The intruder's IP address. Was not in their database. Not an employee. Not a contractor. Not a partner. Just a ghost. NASA's system had been hacked. NASA shut down their entire system. For 21 full days. 21 days of panic. 21 days of checking. What did he see? What did he take? What could he have done? Some reports estimated the initial damage at 1.7 million American dollars. That was just the beginning. But worse was much coming. Jonathan was not satisfied with NASA. His curiosity was bigger. His hunger was stronger. He wanted more. He started targeting the United States Department of Defense. The Pentagon. The heart of American military power. He hacked into the network of the Defense Threat Reduction Agency. This agency is responsible for monitoring nuclear and biological threats around the world. Weapons that can end cities. Weapons that can end countries. And Jonathan was inside. looking around, reading, watching. He entered the email accounts of senior employees, people with high clearances, people who knew secrets. He viewed information classified at the highest levels of secrecy. Top secret, above top secret. Some sources say he was able to read emails from employees who were managing America's chemical weapons stockpile. Think about that. A teenager reading about chemical weapons from his bedroom in Miami. The Department of Defense was forced to shut down their systems for 13 full days. 13 days of darkness. 13 days of fear. But strangely, they did not know how he got in. No trail. No clue. Nothing. The method Jonathan used was brilliant. He never connected directly from his computer. Never. He would hack a server at a private company. Then from there, to a university server. Then to another server. Jumping, hiding, moving, like a shadow. And finally reach his target. Like passing through several locked doors. Each door leading to a harder one. And at the end, the most sensitive systems in America. In January 2000, the Federal Bureau of Investigation opened an official case file, number 194,525. An investigation began, involving more than 15 private companies and several American agencies, the FBI, the Department of Defense, NASA, and others, all looking for one teenager. After 5 months of investigation, thousands of hours of work, hundreds of agents, they arrived at the door of an ordinary house in Miami, Florida, a normal house, a normal street, a normal neighborhood. On May 25, 2000, at 7 o'clock in the morning, FBI agents knocked on the door. The sound was loud. Knock, knock, knock. Jonathan was asleep, dreaming, not knowing. He never expected they would find him. But they did. He was charged with 16 criminal counts, related to fraud and computer hacking. 16 different charges. Each one serious. He could have been sentenced to 10 years. In federal prison. 10 years of his life. Gone. Because he was only 17 years old. A minor. Not an adult in the eyes of the law. And because he cooperated with the government. He sat with them. He explained everything. Step by step. How he hacked their systems. Where the weaknesses were. How to fix them. He helped them. He was sentenced to only 6 months. In a juvenile detention center. Plus 6 months of house arrest. At his father's home. He was also forbidden from freely using the internet. For 5 years. 5 years without the thing he loved most. On May 18, 2008. After several years of trying to return to a normal life. He tried jobs. He tried school. He tried to be normal. But the shadow followed him. And after a second investigation, opened by the government against him, another case, another threat of prison, Jonathan James ended his life. He was 24 years old. Too young. Too talented. Too broken. In a note he left behind, he wrote a sentence. A short sentence. That summed up his suffering. If you had forgiven me from the beginning, I would not have reached this point. Jonathan James' name remains written in the history of cybersecurity. The first minor in American history to be imprisoned for hacking government systems. A pioneer. A warning. A tragedy. And many security experts today consider him a genius. Not a criminal. A genius. But a genius. In the wrong place. At the wrong time. With the wrong laws. And no second chance. If you made it this far, that means you love mystery stories. Just like me. So here's a simple request. Hit the subscribe button. And turn on the notification bell. Because I have more stories to tell. Darker stories. Stranger stories. True stories. And I don't want you to miss the next one. This is Midnight Stories. See you on the next one.